Good morning. It's day 1 of the TimeHopAthon. I have this little purring mess over here. So I have started Jane Eyre. I'm a little over halfway. And then I'm like 11 pages into A Closed and Common Orbit. And then the other one that I started is Little Fires Everywhere. And that one I'm about halfway through. Here's this little mess. This little mess. We're so affectionate in the morning. Yes, we are. So I'm dressed and basically ready to go, but I'm gonna read a little bit, so I'm gonna give myself 13 minutes to read, and then I'm gonna go to work. Well, I am home from work. I have a cat around my feet. Apparently the husband is not home yet. He said he was gonna go to the gym, so I bet that's where he is. Oh, that was really bright. I have been listening to Little Fires Everywhere in the car. Ooh, most of these characters want to make me scream. Like, I'm just so frustrated with a lot of them. We're in a part right now where we're getting some like backstory though, and they're talking about photography and dark rooms and the photography process, and I miss my photography lab in college so much. And I'm like, going back for a reunion, I wonder if they would let me use the studio, the darkroom, because oh my god, the smell of darkroom chemicals and the just general feel of a darkroom is so nostalgic for me and so comforting, because I spent so much of my college life in a darkroom, because I actually minored in studio art and in photography. So yeah, I miss it. I miss the darkroom so much, and it's so hard to find a darkroom these days. One day I will have my own darkroom. That's like a life goal. So it's like, I'll have my library room, and then I'll have my darkroom in the basement. So one day I'll make that happen. I stopped on the way home and got Panera bread, and I'm very excited because they brought back their quinoa lentil bowl, which is like a broth bowl. Oh, it's so good. I get mine with chicken, and it has like kale and stuff in it. Good Lord, that's a huge piece of bread. I'm very excited about that. There's more bread. Oh my god, this is like heaven to me. I do have these two little buds out here. As soon as they see me come near the door, they go over there because they think I'm gonna feed them. I am gonna feed you, but you're gonna have to wait, okay? Gonna have to wait, buddies. I'll be out there in a second. Look at those little faces. Look at them.
Well, that is interesting. You alright there, buddy?
So I was telling my coworker that I don't understand why the back of this refers to it as one of the greatest romances ever written, because I'm like over 300 pages in, and like the actual romance part of it, or what I guess is we're calling the romance part of it, has only just begun. So I find that really strange. I also find the relationship between Jane and Rochester really strange, and it really irks me when he calls her Janet for some reason. Like, super irks me. What are you doing? What are you? Ow! That hurts. Ow, Simon. Somebody is feisty tonight. So, observations. So these two books are the same width. Like, look at them. They're the same width. Like, I kind of compared them, and they really are basically the exact same width. This book has 560 something pages. This one has 360 something pages. There's a 200 page difference in these books. That's insane to me. Absolutely insane. Like, I knew that the pages in Jane Eyre were thin, But holy crap, 200 pages? My mind is blown. Me just laying in bed, wishing it was Saturday, but it's Tuesday. Today's probably gonna be a bear at work because most people, I think, thought we were closed yesterday, so they didn't call, so I think today's gonna be hectic. This is my last week of this schedule, so after this week, I start getting up really early to go to work, which is great because I get off work a lot earlier. And I prefer that. I'd rather get up and just go to work and get the day done and then come home and have more time to myself. But I can't say that I don't love just like laying in bed for an hour before I have to go to work. Although then it makes me not want to go. And I'm doing 0 reading, which is terrible. Like, I perused Facebook for like 45 minutes, which is such a waste of time. And then I watched like 3 YouTube videos, and now I have to get in the shower. So I'm doing no reading, which is the opposite of what I'm supposed to be doing in a readathon. That's pretty accurate to my life. All right, so I have shower done, and I still have like 28 minutes till I have to leave. I have my Asiago cheese bagel that I got last night, free from Panera. So that's gonna be my breakfast. Not the best breakfast, but I gotta get better at this breakfast thing now that I'm be actually getting up early in the morning. I got a plan for that. Look at this leisurely gentleman. What a sweet kitty. Today is not my day. Oh boy, so today was a doozy. I was supposed to get my iPhone was supposed to be delivered today because I bought a new phone on Saturday and they didn't have the one I wanted in stock, so they did 2-day delivery. Well, originally it was supposed to go to my parents' house. They're retired, they're home all day. Then the guy was like, oh, this isn't your address. Like, no. And he was like, well, let's change it to your address. We'll ship it there. All right, didn't think anything of it. I tried to deliver it this morning. You have to sign for it. We're at work. So I should have just left it at my parents' address so that they could sign for it. So then I had to do a bunch of calling around, making sure, you know, we had what we needed. And then I had to meet my mom over at the FedEx store with the door slip so that I could actually pick up my phone today. So I finally got it. This thing is huge, and I got the life-proof case. I got the life-proof case for it yesterday so that I would have something to put it in. I wish that it was not blue, but it is what it is. They only have Easter egg colors for life-proof now, and I refuse to go with that one. So that is that. This thing is massive. But I'm looking forward to actually being able to store things on my phone again. So right now my old phone is backing up, and then I'm going to transfer everything over to my new phone so that I can start using it. And I'm so excited. So excited. So once I get that done, I might get some reading in tonight, but not looking promising. Oh, also, Harney & Sons was doing a 20% off site-wide sale, and I bought Dragon Pearl Jasmine, which you guys know I love. So I have this huge box, 10, whatever, of this, and I'm very excited. I'm gonna drink some of it tomorrow. I read like a chapter and a couple of pages in A Closed and Common Orbit yesterday, so I did very little reading. I listened to my audiobook, which is continuing to be interesting. I like the tangent into Mia's life a lot, so I've forgotten that there was another story. And then I was like, oh yeah, this is just backstory to what's going on. So I'm very curious how this is all gonna wrap up and what's really gonna happen because it feels like it's gonna be dramatic. I'm starving for some reason, even though I ate dinner last night. Usually I'm only starving when I wake up when I didn't eat a full dinner, but I did. So I'm gonna try to scrounge up some breakfast and make some tea. So, and then I have to go to work in like about an hour. I have to go to work. And I have a presentation today that I'm not super prepared for because I was supposed to go look at some stuff on competitor data, but I was gonna do that tonight and I didn't or I was gonna do that last night and I didn't, so I don't know. Oh, my body is tired. So I went to the gym after work, so I haven't been home yet. Done 0 reading today. Yet again, I'm really just not winning this readathon thing. I got my new phone hooked up, so I have unlimited data now, which means that I got to listen to YouTube videos while I worked out, which is great. So I caught up on some YouTube videos, and yeah, so then now I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna read after I take a shower because I feel disgusting. I swear every time that I vlog, I end up with some kind of horrendous zit situation happening. So that is happening. What am I doing? Oh. So I got book mail today and this showed up. It is The Fountains of Paradise by Arthur C. Clarke. We do already own this, but it's a really old mass market that's really dusty and smells like moldy paper, which is one of my biggest allergies. So I got a new edition to read because I may have accidentally peeked. And by accidentally, I mean totally I peeked at what my community bookshelf is for next month, and it has Justin's big silly face on it. So I know this is the book he wants me to read. He's already told me that. So I wanted to go ahead and have this. This does count as my free parking book for Bookopoly. So I can't buy any more books in the month of February, or I have to read them before I can count any more money towards my jar. So I'm gonna try not to buy anything else this month and just leave it at this. I had a presentation, or it was more like a dry run of a presentation where we presented to the other groups that are going to be presenting kind of alongside of us for their business initiatives for this leadership program that I'm in at work. And it was nerve-wracking, but afterwards we felt really good because everybody else was kind of at a similar place that we were, and also we got a little bit of a flow going, and so that was like really exciting. Well, off for Thursday. We're on the downhill side of the week. Very excited about that. I finished the chapter I was reading of Jane Eyre this morning. I'm gonna have so many things to say about this book when I finish it, I have a feeling. So I am less than 200 pages from the end. Fingers crossed I will finish it this weekend. I don't think I'm gonna finish all 3 books this week. I think I might be able to finish 2, so won't get to count the $5 for Bookopoly, but I will get some things off of my TBR and finish some books that I have been working on, so that's really all that matters. Well, I had all the crazies today, that's for sure. I am really glad today is over and I'm home because it was a long, rough one. That is absolutely for sure. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. Very excited about that. Other than that, I'm hoping tonight, since I didn't have to go to the gym, then I can get some more actual reading done today. I'm almost done with this. I think I start the last CD in the audiobook tomorrow, so I should be able to hopefully finish that tomorrow. Yeah. It's like the reasons why you shouldn't be a busybody, mostly. That's what I feel like this book is about. It's just highlighting the reasons why you should mind your own dang business, because that's That's the theme. Well, hello, baby.
Hi, buddy.
He's a good boy. He's so good.
You get belly rubs inside.
Well,
Tail's so fluffy.
I got concerned tail language. Come here. Einstein.
Simon, what are you doing?
Einstein, come here. Oh, it's a good boy. Look at my babies. Look at my babies. Are you just gonna hang out there? Huh? Are you just going to hang out there? You want a belly rub? You want a belly rub? You want a belly rub? No, no belly rub. So I'm back from the gym and I'm about to get in the shower. I just finished my audiobook. I sat in the driveway and listened to the last of it because I wanted to, because I knew I was that close to the end. It's pretty good. I get the hype around her books. I would say I found, like, I was really excited in the middle of it about the storylines and what was happening. And I just felt like the end sort of just was like, it was just like, it just leveled out to a point where it wasn't really exciting. And everything sort of happened or was like explained really quickly. I don't know, I wanted more. I really wanted more from that story because I was so invested. So, I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to rate it yet. I have to think about that. I'll think about that while I'm in the shower. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, one book down. I finished one book. I have 2 days, one of which is going to be spent mostly outside of the house, to finish 2 books. One of which is Jane Eyre. So, not feeling real confident on this, but I think I can probably finish Jane Eyre before the end of the weekend. So I just went through and tallied what I get for Bookopoly for, ooh, little fires everywhere. Technically it's 75 cents, but then I haven't put in the money for my readathon, so I get to do that. So we're gonna do that. So, someone wants attention. Want attention? Huh? Do we want attention? I'm stuck. I have been reading this though. And I like it. It's good. But I have a sleeping cat. Well, it's not sleeping, but I have a cat laying across me. I'm tired though, so I think I'm gonna go to bed. Good morning. So it is almost 10 o'clock. I've done no reading. I did get a little bit further in this last night. I'm really enjoying this. And then I just was like falling asleep on myself and the cat was falling asleep on me. And so I called it a night. And then this morning I've just been eating my breakfast, watching some YouTube videos, just generally chilling. I think I'm gonna read for a few minutes. I've got to get ready because we do have to leave the house at 11. I have a hair appointment, so I'm getting my hair cut today. And then we are going to play Pokemon Go with some friends because it is community day. And lots of fun is going to be had. After certain events in this book, I'm less inclined to pick this up. Like, I'm gonna have probably unpopular opinions about this book. I've been talking to a friend of mine at work about it and we feel similarly. So, I don't know. I don't know how to feel, and I need to just power through and finish it, but I'm less inclined. And there's still like, that doesn't look like as much, that much, but it's still like 200 pages or something like that. Why is this book so long? Why? Dressed, ready to go out the door and get my hair cut, which it's clean and really long. I like it right now, so this always happens when it's time for me to get my hair cut. I like the way it is, so. We're playing Pokemon Go.
Oh, this is a video, not a picture.
It's true.
I don't have to pose.
We're playing Pokemon Go, and it's a community day event, so there are Dratini's everywhere, and it's fun. Even though, for some reason, the network just keeps crapping out, which is really annoying. But I'm getting 0 reading done, per usual. Happy Saturday. I am not reading. They're finally here. I've been calling my sister or my mom for like weeks, being like, cookies? And they're finally here. So we have trefoils and we have toffee-tastic. These I just got one box, so I was like, I don't know about these. I've never had them. These are friggin' delicious, and I will be tracking down more boxes of these. Just gotta find the Girl Scouts out in front of Target or whatever. Thin Mints. And then obviously these are our favorites. We have tagalongs, or as they're called other places, peanut butter patties. And then we have Samoas, which I think are called caramel delights other places. These are my favorite. So friggin' good. So I'm very excited about that. I need to track down the other s'mores. So ours are made by, the ones that they sell, Girl Scouts sell here, are made by Little Brownie Bakers. The other company makes a s'mores cookie that is like covered in chocolate, whereas ours is like a sandwich cookie, and I didn't want the sandwich cookie. I wanted the one covered in chocolate. So I need to find somewhere that has the other bakery as their cookie provider. I think my aunt is going to Florida next week, and I think the area of Florida that she's going will have that kind, so I'm gonna have her look for them because I want to try those. They sound way better than ours. Everything else is like the same cookies, they just have different names typically, which was crazy to me. I didn't learn that until I think I was in college, and then I was like, so we got them delivered. My mom used to send like cases of Girl Scout cookies because we have a problem. I got them delivered, and when we opened the box, people were like, what the heck are Samoas and tagalongs? And I was like, what do you mean? They're Girl Scout cookies. And they were like, oh, we call these peanut butter patties. And somebody else was like, oh, we call those caramel delights. And I was like, why would you call them something other than what they are? And then I found out that there's 2 different bakers and they call them different things. So that was like eye-opening. When you finally leave your tiny bubble of a town and find out that other things exist. But anyways, I'm drinking Harney & Sons Jasmine green tea, or Dragon Pearl Jasmine. We haven't had this in so long, and so they were doing a site-wide sale a little while back. And I was like, I'm totally gonna buy another thing of that because I miss it. And then the first time both me and Justin had a cup of it, we were like, oh my God, this is so good. It's been absolutely missed. It smells so good. It's like really comforting. And then I'm eating the caramel delight things. No, not caramel delight. The toffee-tastic things. They're like crumbly and shortbready and delicious, and they go perfectly with tea. So I'm excited about that. And then, there it is. I'm trying really hard to finish Jane Eyre today, but I also need to do some cleaning. So I'm gonna probably, fingers crossed, do cleaning and reading sprints. But I have about 130 or 150 pages of this left. So it's doable, but we'll see. I'm ready to be done with this, to be honest.
So the first book that I have to show you guys from the library is The Raven Stratagem by Yoon-Ha Lee.
Well, look how close I am to finishing this. That's still like, I think 60 pages. Math. I think that's still like 60 pages. So I'm like 60 pages from the end. Then I'll be done with this. I just got finished listening to Elena and Mercedes talk about their different challenges to reduce their TBR for the year, and it made me think about Bookopoly, which is going really well, by the way, but how I have been trying to decide. So for this book specifically, so it's over 500 pages, but it's a classic, and so I was kind of like, okay, well, anything that is over 500 pages should count for the tax square. But at the same time, I was like, but should it count for 2 squares? Because if it counts for classic, should it also count as over 500 pages? I'm still undecided. So I just spent the last 15 minutes looking for my camera. I didn't wrap up my readathon last night because I couldn't find my camera last night, and I had to go to bed at 9:30, and I was determined to finish Jane Eyre, so I decided that I wouldn't worry about trying to find my camera, and I would just read the rest of my book and go to bed. And then I got up at 5:30 this morning, threw clothes on, and left for work, and I just got home at 4, and yes. So I finished Jane Eyre last night. I have thoughts. I think I'm going to do a whole video on it. It'll probably be the video I get the most thumbs down on. I'm predicting that. It's going to get a lot of people being mad at me in the comments, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm just going to do a whole video on it because I have too many thoughts about it. I just do. So we're going to do that. My hair is crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I did not finish 3 books, which I'm totally mad because I wanted to finish all the challenges, and I tried really hard to find challenges that would fit 2 books that would fit all 3 challenges, but I failed at that because my audiobook was the one that was published in 2017, and that one was neither historical fiction or sci-fi or dystopian. So it was just sort of like, oh well. So again, didn't meet the challenge. Still though, I'm pretty impressed with the fact that I finished Jane Eyre. So yes, more about that later, and that's pretty much it. It was a good readathon, and I am already looking for the next one to participate in and vlog in.